Hello, this is Venetia Ramsey from Scrapworx. I'm here today to give you a nice walkthrough of our new pattern paper range called Unforgettable, designed by Louise from the Creative Trail. And behind our front cover is a bonus sheet. This we've again gone for something slightly different on the back. We've opted to go for a little bit of open space, some nice narrow and broad strips. So this gives you an option if you're missing something on your layout, you don't want to cut up a whole sheet. There's some options here for you to add that little extra to the layout. Just a reminder that in our collection we have 2 of each pattern in the collection. So the first page is called Unforgettable, and these roses that are laying on top of like a dictionary text at the back here is really awesome. This page is backed by a pattern paper called Yesterday's Memories, so really very nice. You will notice throughout the collection that we've left quite a bit of open space. This is so that you can add in some stenciling or some stamping, or just cut it up and use just these little pieces. That the pattern, it won't necessarily have to be used as a whole. You can cut it up to use as bits and pieces, either in your layout, in your mini albums, junk journals, the card making. There are just so many options. The second or third pattern is called Forevermore, and again, like I said, we've left quite a bit of open space. I mean, this is perfect to add some mixed media to it. You can do some watercoloring, you could add some paint, some stamping or stenciling. There are just so many options for this page. You could even just use it as a little piece like that. This page is backed with a pattern called Beautiful Life, a nice repetitive pattern. This is perfect to add some weight to a layout, or to just draw attention to a particular area in your layout. Or if you're very brave, you can fussy cut these little elements out. I won't be doing that. Right, and that one was called Beautiful Life. The next one in the collection is called Courage. It's an interesting design, I think. You could use it again as in sections. You could cut out the little strips to use, the zigzag strips to use them on your layout. And again, you can add a little bit more mixed media here. So you could add some gesso, there's some texture paste. There are just so many options for this pattern. And it is called Courage. And again, if you are one of those brave people, you can fussy cut all the elements. We've backed that with something very simple. Like I said, if I have anything to do with the collection, there will be dots and there will be stripes. This one is called Remember This. It's a very light blue, almost grey blue background with white dots. So that's also nice to have that little something extra to add. It's very subtle to add to your layout. And I think I did say it's called Remember This. And then this page, how awesome is that? I love these collage pages with the tickets and the old letters and bingo cards. It's a really nice, there's some adverts coming through here and everything, postcards, tickets, butterflies. So again, you can fussy cut this page out if you want to, or you could use it as a whole. It's a very nice, if you are new to mixed media and you are reluctant to collage, it's perfect to just add a little bit of gesso over here, put your photo down, and then just build up some embellishing. Right, this one is called Keepsakes, and it is backed with this green distressed background, almost like a sagey green, very light green. It's called Family Life. And this gives you the option then, if you're wanting to create a more neutral background, and then to add onto that. Right, and then we have our fussy cutting sheet with a whole lot of little elements for you to cut out. There are 2 of everything in case you are, there are 2 sheets, and this gives you an option to have 2 of everything to be able to add more than one embellishment to a cluster if needed. Right, this one is called Through the Years, and we have again backed it, this time with like a beigey brown with the white dot. It's not a stark white, it's like a very off-white dot. Again, this one is called I Love, and it's also perfect to add that little extra to the layout. Then we have the cut apart sheet. Again, there are 2 of them. Right, it's called Beautiful Things. It's a cut apart in a cut apart. So you could use this as a whole, or you'll see in one of my layouts later. I actually used only part of it. So I fussy cut part of it. You can fussy cut out the butterfly, you can fussy cut out the beautiful moments and I Want to Remember, or you could use it as a whole. In one of my layouts I'll show you, instead of using this piece as a whole, I used bits and pieces of it. What was left I stamped on and turned the dragonfly the other way around. So there are lots of options with this particular of how to use this cut apart sheet. And we have backed it on very similar to the green. So if you didn't want a green background, you want more of a like a dirty pink brownie color, we've then given that option as well. So you have the 2 options. Okay, so that is the walkthrough of our new collection. I'm going to quickly share 2 projects that I have done using this collection. I have this single page that I created. Let's get this out of the way. So I've used that busy paper. I used the paper with a lot of open space, and I've added a title. This is a title from our grey board cutout sheets. Okay, all I did was paint it and add some distress embossing glaze to it. But you can see how awesome that fits into the space that's been left for you. You don't necessarily have to fill it with a title, like I said. You could fill it with some stamping or stenciling or texture paste, whatever takes your fancy. Then I've just, to add some weight to the title, I've just added this little scallop border here. There's the fussy cutting from the fussy cut apart sheet, and the clock, instead of using it as a pocket watch, I did cut it off, and there's the ticket. Right, so this is a single page, but it's interactive, so it opens up like that. And you can see that dictionary paper at the back there with the flowers, how pretty that's come out. And I've just, with the flap, just shifted it down and just continued adding that paper through here. And like I said, there's that one cut apart sheet that I cut in half, and I stamped on a bit and put the other piece underneath here. And then that memories, that just shows you how I fussy cut that out so that it looks a little bit different on the layout. Okay. So there you go. And then obviously the back of this piece here has that beautiful scallop, that dot for the scallop border. Okay, so that is project number 1. The other project, I've only done a double and a single. I am busy with another one that I will share later. Right, so there we go. There's that very busy pattern that I said, if you're brave, you can cut all the patterns, the roses out of. I've used that as the base, so only a little bit of it sticks out. Then to add some definition between that and my actual background, I've put a little bit of a dark cardstock just to break it up. But you can see how nicely the patterns work together, and by just how you lay them out, how nicely they can come together. I hope you have enjoyed the walkthrough and that you think our paper is as awesome as we do. If you're interested in purchasing our range, please contact your local retailer. Look forward to seeing you in the next collection.